Hi, I am Diana Jennings. And talking about me is so many things to do, to say, to try to take notes to see what is important to say, but I really don't know. So here we go. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. Like I said before, I've been living in the United States for 24 years now. I was already a Spanish teacher and just came up here for this American dream. So far, thank God I have lived it. I live in Philadelphia. We have 3 children. My husband and I. Here we go. There's one, two, three, four. 3 of them have graduated from high school. 2 of them have graduated from college, and I still have one that is in high school. Um, we have a dog. My husband works for as a mechanic, and I teach high school kids. I worked in Philly, I worked in Jersey, I have worked in Chamonix for 15 years now, and it has had its ups and downs. It has definitely been a learning uh, experience. One of the things that I always carry with me from what I taught in Philly is not to take for granted the that students are coming in with a mindset to learn. I still remember the one time that somebody said, "Well, you don't know what happened in the bus. They might have had a great morning, and in the way to your classroom, somebody bumped into them, and that sets them off." So let your classroom be the reason they come to school. Let your relationship with that child, the reason they get up to come to school. Um, that definitely kind of stuck with me, and I don't want it to be where my class is the reason why they don't have a good high school experience. You try to understand, you try to reason. Definitely, this first day of school, I'm not into that you have to scare them. That's not how it is. For as long as I can remember, I've had kids my students' age when it came to high school, and I will always treat them the same way that I would like my kids to be treated by their teachers. So I understand. Now, my kids had sports. I understand that. My kids had problems with teachers. I understand that. And I try to work things out. One of the things that always works for me is just noticing them, making them know that I know they're there. Just commenting on their new hair, commenting on a shirt, um, commenting on their shoes, if they're dressed up. I pretend I don't know about sports. And it's like, wow, how does that work? It is important to develop a relationship with a child. And once that's set, you establish expectations and you let them know you're human. You let them know you are a mom of a kid their age, and eventually most of us gets there. Uh, um, and that's how I start. The rest, you just put it in place. You take in consideration that so and so plays this sport. So, okay, well, let's talk about vocabulary with the sport. So and so does singing. Okay, well, hey, now Peter, let's start singing this. And even though you know the lyrics, you pretend you don't know. I do that, and I let them teach me. Obviously, English is my second language, so that's something too that I know the way they feel. I love teaching first period freshman Spanish 1 just because I want to be that figure that calms them. They're coming from different middle schools. They're coming to building with big people, and they're just scared of taking Spanish. So there's something to that effective filter that I try to do whatever it takes to make them feel comfortable enough to want to speak. In a regular classroom setting where it's not Spanish, they're terrified of making a mistake. That's just who they are as people. And my thing is like I need to make that environment comfortable enough for them not to fear to speak, not to fear to make a mistake. I make mistakes speaking. Jesus, whenever like the Spanish pronunciation comes into into my pronunciation in English, and I say words that sometimes they don't even know what I'm saying. It is okay to ask them for help too, because they see you human. I I bring that into the class and I pretend I don't know. And we have this. I mean, I know a lot of the rules. And it's like, wait, isn't this in English this way? No, no, senora, you're wrong. It's like, let's check that out. Eventually they prove me right. And it's just funny. There's no disrespect. Like I said, rules are established. It's like I would go to my neck for you as long as you don't give me a reason not to trust you. And that is it. And the rest just falls into place. Like I get to know them and I could have a whole lesson planned, but then I remember, wait, somebody is going through this situation. They have told me already. So let me change that plan. And I could have the whole week planned, but there's one child that might not get it because of what they're going through at home. And that changes the whole setting. And people know, the students know. You just got to be prepared because students know when you don't know. Students know when you don't know the topic. Students know when you're not ready. So you just got to be ready, knowing what you're teaching. The rest just falls into place. The lesson plans just fall in once you know the student. So I don't know. I mean, experience to me sometimes is the best theory. So I don't know. Could be wrong or right. So far, it's worked for me. So that's it. I don't know. Hopefully, this is what you guys were looking for.